So we have seen that the father gets off the train. He crosses the railway line. His chappals are sticky. Sticky because of the rainy season and the mud. And he hurries home. So the second part of the poem deals with his life at home. So when he comes home, what is the first thing he does is he drinks tea. How is the tea? See, home again, I see him drinking weak tea, eating a stale chapati, reading a book. He goes into the toilet to contemplate. So, the tea is weak. Tea is weak means what? It means that tea is not hot or it is not so tasty. Something is given, whatever is given, he drinks it. So, weak tea. Second, in fact, the person has become weak, father, not the tea. Let it be. We come to the second point. How is the chapati? The chapati is stale. Stale म्हणजे काय? Shady of the earlier day. So, chapati is not fresh. Neither tea is hot, nor chapati is fresh. What do these two indicate? In fact, these two give us the idea of the food which is given to him every day. Tea does not mean only tea. Tea stands for all the drinks, or chapati stands for all the food which is served to him, maybe in the morning, in the tiffin, or at night. So when one word stands for the whole, see, when a word stands for the whole, the figure of speech is synecdoche. Means, I should say a part. When a part stands for the whole, the figure of speech is synecdoche. So here, this is an example of synecdoche. What may be the reason? Maybe, might be, he doesn't have a wife. Or, second thing, his wife does not care for him. Or third, children, they are totally indifferent. They don't care for father at all. Whatever may be the reasons, after that weak tea and stale chapati, father goes into the toilet. What does he do? He reads a book there. In the toilet he reads the book. Why so? Why does he need book there? Because he goes there to contemplate. Contemplate means think. Why? There is the necessity to think over, to read a book. Because in the home, nobody talks to him. That is not a home. But that is the fact. So, he is alone. Goes into the toilet, reads a book. And what does he contemplate about? He thinks about a strange man. Now this strange man, page number 117, first line. He goes into the toilet to contemplate strange man from a man-made world. Man's estrangement from a man-made world. The word man is repeated, so it is an example of repetition. Let us come to the theme of it now. Estrangement means alienation. Students, you should very clearly understand this word because the poem is based upon it. And so on purpose I have given you two synonyms. It means isolation, separation, detachment. मराठीत याला आपण म्हणतो परकेपणा. घरातलेच लोक परक्यासारखं वागवतायत. That is the sorrow of this father. So he reads something in the toilet. Naturally, after some time he comes out. He goes to the sink. What will he do now? He washes his hands. When he washes his hands, see the word which is used, the color which is used, brown. The word brown also indicates that he is an older man. When he is washing his hands tremble. How are the hands? Coming out, he trembles at the sink. The cold water running over his brown hands. A few droplets cling to the graying hair on his wrist. See, this much portion is called this is the wrist, mangat. And there are hair on his wrist. The color of these hair is grey, G-R-E-Y, which shows that the man is older, but he has to work. So some droplets, they stick to his grey hair on the wrist. A few droplets cling to the graying hair. His sullen children have often refused to share jokes and secrets with him. So the meaning of sullen, it is given on the right hand side. You just see. Sullen means bad tempered. Temper म्हणजे काय? स्वभाव. Temper म्हणजे nature, स्वभाव. And bad tempered means angry. Now why may be this children angry with father? What may be the reason? Either they think that he earns less money, they are not satisfied, or they think father is not able to give them what they need, or they are not good children. They have no respect for father. They don't understand their duties towards their father. And so, the poet uses the word sullen for the children. His sullen children have often refused to share jokes and secrets with him. See, in the icebreakers we have seen that we should talk to the elders in the home, maybe parents or grandparents. Now, what is the effect of it when you share jokes? Tension is tension is released. You get relief from your tension or worries. And if you share some secrets, see, this sharing should be a part of life among the family members. So if you share your secrets with them, what do they think? They think, हा परका नाही, हा माझा मुलगा आहे. They are happy if you share a secret with them. So this never happens because his children are sullen. He will now go to sleep. What he will do? He will go to sleep listening to the static on the radio. Listening to the static. Now see, what is the exact meaning of static? Static means which is not dynamic. Means which has no speed. We call it static. At one place. Now we are talking about radio. And why static radio? Means what do the children prefer to hear on the radio? They don't change it. Children like different type of music. Father likes different type. So children don't change it. That is why the father has to hear or he has to listen to whatever they play on the radio. He has no right to change the music or the program. That is the meaning of static. So he listens to the static on the radio, dreaming of his ancestors and grandchildren. Dreaming of his ancestors and grandchildren. Now the man goes to sleep and he dreams of what? Ancestors. म्हणजे पूर्वज. Means he thinks of his past life. And Grandchildren means he is thinking of his future life. Means when he goes to sleep, he thinks of his past and his future. Of his ancestors and grandchildren, thinking of nomads entering a subcontinent through a narrow past. Now, in the last two lines, there is the word nomads. What does he think about? Nomad. Nomad means tribal people. भटक्या जमाती टोळ्या करून राहतात. We call them nomads. So he thinks that I am no less than a tribal wanderer. His condition is just like a tribal wanderer. जसा एखाद्या टोळीतला एखादा माणूस भटकतो घरनादार. Similarly, he is also a nomad, somehow passing through the narrow part or narrow pass. Pass म्हणजे इथे खिंड. Means the routes to come out. Narrow routes, of course. When there are hills, hilly area or mountains, you are coming out through a narrow pass. So the father thinks my condition is like a nomad, not less than a tribal wanderer. And what is the narrow pass for him? This life. He cannot escape from it. His children don't like him. His children don't speak with him. But he has to work for them. So this is how very painfully the writer ends the second part.